opportunity.
I shall lead the charge!
This battle will demand all our strength. We must fight together if we are to seize victory. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait right there. I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. Our number is unconscious. Are the rest of you faring all right? Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. Calm down. Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
I'll redeem myself. Do not waste this chance. We must press home our advantage.
But fast action, and our quarry shall fall. The arisen is covered in slime.
How can an enemy go faster?
I will protect you.
I hope you weren't expecting this.
Seems we haven't reached our foe. I cannot use their range to our advantage.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand.
Oh.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Where are you off to?
Suppose that's enough for one day.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask of you. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? Fancy a look at my wares?
Always a pleasure.
Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? You bought it for me. Thank you. I'll treasure this. You're a kind soul. Pray, let me return the favor someday.
He seems a young man of decent character. I believe his promise to repay your kindness was a genuine one. There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
You! Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I will break was a mysterious figure, but
Oh dear.
We might better observe our surroundings if we had a lantern lit. How's that?
Thank you.
Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. Good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And hours for a full week, at no charge. What a steal.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me think.
Got to try to enjoy life where I'm not idle.
No hurry to leave.
Oh, good to see everyone in such fine spirits. Each new day is a chance to turn a profit.
Gather round, gather round. Treat. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Treat your ears to a tale by a master. The story. Storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant...
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
Can't put a price on peace and
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Aye, got some coin to spare you. What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Of course, in the end, you were the one who made the purchase. That's all right. I know you meant well. Besides, I can safely say it was still a novel experience. I wanted to give you something in return by way of thanks. Here, this is for you. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two.
We must rest.
Tis dark out, but we mustn't let that dim our spirits.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Ready to forge on? As I recall, we have another matter to attend to in this domain.
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you, Arisen?
I see life as a journey, to be walked a day at a time.
Not much going on hereabouts.
Don't you look at my wares?
Stomach complaining.
My wares?
I'll have an early supper. Scary? I've never seen one. I grow restless when I do the same thing all along.
Too long and the rumours grow stale.
Hail. How might I be of assistance?
Just about anywhere.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I am honored to be called to your side, Arisen.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Need anything?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Can't say I have any tidings to share. Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Shan't resist.
What
Coin's no good if you work yourself to death.
My bed calls and I shan't resist.
Days like this
Some might find
Barely scraping by.
Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late and more ferocious. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled afore the thing was cold. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune. But mayhap, I wonder if building a nice high wall is out of the question.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee, be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, as for some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe. I am glad to hear it. For I...
I've things to do if...
Can't you see I'm on duty?
Welcome to the Star Drop-In. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Talent's talent, whate'er it may be.
Good day, sir.
Could you come over here?
Nattering all day is tiring work.
Got a minute now. I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't...
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. I'm a tad busy at the moment.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible. Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Somehow my feet...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I've trained for this.
Something fun to do. What should I do?
That's quite enough!
I don't know what to do.
Very well. I shall return.
What to do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
I quite agree.
Wonder if there's any works to be had.
Somehow my feet...
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Got any arms for a man down on his luck?
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup,
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh-ho! You have procured an archer staff, I see. Most excellent. You may now change your vocation to sorcerer, if it pleases you, sir. However, if you wish to register as a warrior instead, you will need to acquire a great sword.
Just as it should be.
Peruse at your leisure.
Greetings. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, have you found any of the items we discussed? Chance. Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
I'll have an early supper.
That looks good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the... roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me. All right, get an earful.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
'twould be a wasted opportunity not to make our delivery while we're here.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
I knew it to be so.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, where it's possible.
If I could, never.
I've trained for this.
Our road was a long one.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
I quite agree.
Oh, my joints have been aching something fierce of late.
I don't like it here.
You want something? Spit it out or piss off. Arms for the poor. Pray grant those... Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Might I beg but a moment of your time? Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
The pursuit of betterment is an endless...
Good day, sir.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer.
Good day, sir.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
At once, Master.
Both must come from the spirit, not the mind. This one is in prayer. The world.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
Will this take long? I've ought to be doing.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
The heavens have forsaken us. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
We won't get far with naught to go on. We'd best ask around, see what we can find out.
You have my support.